Welcome to the Thought Leadership Series featuring interviews with some of the best minds in the industry. Today's special guest is popular platform speaker and best-selling author, Tom Hagman. I'm Steve Savant, syndicated financial columnist and talk show host. In this segment, we're talking about the risks in retirement and how to mitigate them. We're going to be addressing longevity risk and the planning solutions that only insurance products can deliver, all from Tom's book, Paychecks and Playchecks. Well, Tom, let's talk about it. There are so many. Give me some of the 3 or 4 of them. There's a lot of risks that can happen in retirement, and you talk about it in your book.
Yeah, so there are a lot of risks in retirement. We'll pull them up here. And most people think of the normal risks, Steve, as market risk. The stock market could crash, withdrawal rate risk. They might take out too much, and they could run out of money. We just talked about the order or sequence of returns risk. We might have inflation, might have deflation. You might need long-term care. And I'll tell you, of all of these, the ones that people don't really understand is this order of return risk. So if you can spend some time with the clients talking that, and they don't understand the risk of long-term care. Long-term care is a huge risk that can wipe them out. We might have inflation, might have deflation, but of all these risks, Steve, there's only one number one risk. And number one, hands down, nothing is even close. And the number one risk in retirement is longevity risk. Why? Because it's not just a risk, it's a risk multiplier of all the other risks. See, the longer you live, the more likely the market will crash. The longer you live, the more likely you withdraw too much money. The longer you live, the more likely inflation will decimate your purchasing power. The longer you live, the more likely you need long-term care. Let me make this as simple as I can. If you retired at age 65 and you drop dead at age 68, it doesn't matter if the market goes down 5,000 points. It doesn't matter if inflation is 15%. It doesn't matter if you were drawing 12% a year. And it doesn't matter if you forgot to buy a long-term care insurance policy. You didn't live long enough. But if you live to be 75, 80, 85, 90, it's all these other risks that will wipe you out. So what math and science says is to retire successfully, you've got to take longevity risk off the table. Well, guess what? Stocks can't do it. Bonds can't do it. Mutual funds can't do it. Managed money can't do it. Real estate can't do it. CDs cannot do it. There's only a few things that can take longevity risk off the table. A lifetime income annuity, some people would call that a SPIA. A deferred income annuity, some people might call that a DIA. Or an income or withdrawal benefit rider from a fixed or variable or indexed annuity. That's it. What do all those products have in common? One word, annuity. What all the research I can find from the smartest PhDs in the world who study retirement says this: to retire successfully, you must have an annuity in your portfolio. Why? Because only an annuity can take longevity risk off the table. Why? Because only a life insurance company can issue an annuity. Why? Because only a life insurance company sells life insurance to be on the other side of that risk. Steve, think about it. What is the risk to an insurance company when an agent sells a life insurance policy? That somebody dies too soon. They sell a big policy, $1 million policy, they pick up a check for $25, boom, next day the guy gets hit by a bus. The insurance company's got to pay out $1 million, they picked up a check for $25. The risk is somebody dies too soon. What is the risk if somebody buys a lifetime income annuity? That somebody lives too long. They're 115 and they won't quit breathing and they got to keep sending those checks every month. And because the insurance industry is on both sides of that risk, they can neutralize longevity and mortality risk in a way that no other industry can do it.
Well, now, when we're talking about the risks of retirement, and of course, in another segment, we did talk about the order of sequence of returns, how much I'm taking out in withdrawals. All those things complicate the matter. Now I have to think, will my mortality or my human longevity, will I live longer? And in one of our segments, we talked about some of this. We are going to live longer. We just need to get over that fact. And you're saying, though, if I heard you right, that this complicates every other risk. It's a multiplier.
It's a multiplier. And so what all the research says, to retire successfully, you've got to take that longevity risk off the table, because otherwise all the other risks will be multiplied.
Now I noticed, Social Security is probably the most elaborate annuity we have. It's a government annuity. And I noticed the government went out of its way to help most consumers by talking about this new thing called, and I don't want to get into today, but QLAC. And I was so surprised that they actually selected an annuity product called a deferred income annuity. Now, if the government's already thinking this way, right, and we already know most of insurance professionals, I think this is a new concept. This whole idea is a new concept to advisors, registered reps, and RIAs, registered investment advisors.
It's correct, because only the insurance industry can solve these two major problems: living too long and then needing long-term care. And so government organizations, math and science demands that you have a long-term care plan and that you take this longevity risk off the table with some form of guaranteed lifetime income.
Okay, now when we talk about guaranteed lifetime, it may be a new concept for some of our registered reps. We're talking about money you cannot outlive.
Right.
So,
it's a guaranteed
it's
paycheck
guaranteed.
every month for the rest of your life, no matter how long you
Well,
live.
I'm thinking this French gal that is Guinness Book of World
Right.
Records, 122 years, 164 days. Jean Clement, she lived a long time. And are you saying that if she had a policy, they would have been making those payments all the way out to
They would have made
122?
that policy every single year. Now, people say, well, Tom, how can they do that? Well, because they're on both sides of the risk. If people live longer, yes, they're going to pay more in lifetime income, but guess what? They're not going to be paying death claims on their life insurance policies. Because they're on both sides of that risk, they have a natural hedge to protect themselves and to protect their clients.
For more information on the longevity risk in retirement and how insurance products can impact your practice, just click on the landing page address in the video description. We'll be right back with more from Tom Hagman.
A solid web presence has never been more important to the success of your business. Introducing Agent Website Creator, provided by CreativeOne. Through Agent Website Creator, you can create your own personalized website and have it up and running easily with zero knowledge of programming. Choose from several designs with easy drag and drop customization. Get proven lead generation offers, professionally written articles, and helpful financial calculators. Plus, the ability to embed videos, integrate your social media, and more. Update your website anytime and show the world within minutes. The best part? It's hosted for free. To learn more about Agent Website Creator, call your CreativeOne sales team at 800-992-2642 or visit us online at creativeone.com.
In this segment, we're talking about how the risks in retirement and how to mitigate them. And we're going to highlight today a new form of alpha using mortality credits, all from Tom's book, Paychecks and Playchecks. Well, I have to say, for most of our audience today that are not really used to using insurance products, this could be a revelation for them. Mortality credits is a new form of alpha?
Yes.
That sounds strange.
Well, you know, a lot of people think this is a knowledge business, Steve, and I argue this is not a knowledge business anymore. You give me the internet, 15 minutes, an iPad, I can figure out just about anything I need to figure out. This is now a words business, a language business, a questions business, and a stories business. So let me give you some words that you can use to try to help explain some of this. When people say, what is a lifetime income annuity? Here's my words. It's a guaranteed paycheck for life. It's a guaranteed paycheck for life. Social Security is a lifetime income annuity. It's a guaranteed paycheck for life. Pension is a lifetime income annuity. It's a guaranteed paycheck for life. You can't retire properly without these guaranteed paychecks for life. Why? Because look at these payout rates. And these are current as of yesterday. These are guaranteed payout rates for the rest of your life. Now, I want to be clear. These are not interest rates. They're payout rates. See, every check you get from a lifetime income annuity is composed of three parts. Principal, anybody can give you that. Interest, anybody can give you that. But only a life insurance company manufactures the secret sauce, the mortality credits. And it's really these mortality credits that you need to have in a portfolio. And what math and science says is any portfolio in retirement that does not have mortality credits is going to be suboptimal, less than what it could or what it should be. So now people might say, well, what the heck are these mortality credits? Steve, I got a simple story. Every year, there were 5 90-year-old ladies who went on vacation. One year, one lady said, hey, let's each put $100 in this box. We'll tape up the box, and next year we're going to go on vacation. We'll bring the box with us, and those of us who are still alive, we'll open the box and we'll split the money. They said, Helen, that's a great idea. So you got 5 90-year-old ladies. They each put $100 in the box. It's $500. They taped up the box. What happened the next year? They forgot where they put the box. No, unfortunately, one lady's died. So now 4 ladies split the $500. They each get $125. Now that was a 25% rate of return in 12 months. They got 2 questions to ask you. How much of that was invested in the stock market? 0. What interest rate did it earn? 0. How did they get paid 25% with no money in the market, no interest rate? It's because they got paid mortality credits. So a lady looks at this, she looks at a brokerage company, she said, this is a pretty good deal. We ought to put it back in the box, tape it back up, and do it again. So they let it ride. The next year, one more lady died. Now 3 ladies split the $500. They each get $167. That's a 67% return in 2 years. No money in the markets, no interest rates. Why? Because they got paid mortality credits. See, Steve, this shows every check is composed of 3 parts. Principal. That's the orange box. Interest. That's the gray box. But it's these mortality credits that are really a new form of alpha, as we talked about.
Now, Tom, I want to bring this up just because it may be new to some of our registered rep and our RIAs. The interest rate market is so low right now. The environment is terrible.
Right.
So when people see our numbers, now you made a distinction. This is not the interest rate This is the payout rate, which
Right.
is a big distinction. And I
Right.
think that's where part of our problem is in the industry right now. But they always point to this. Steve, how can you have that kind of return? Everybody's fishing out of the same U.S. government debenture pools. And you say, that's because they use mortality credits.
Mortality credits. It's a secret sauce. See, and interest rates matter less and less and less as you get older, and mortality credits matter more and more. So when people say, why would I buy an annuity when we're in a low interest rate environment? Interest rates don't matter that much. It's these mortality credits. And I'll tell you this, these are the highest mortality credits you're likely to see, because even if you don't agree with me that interest rates are likely to stay low for decades, and I believe they will, I bet you agree on this, that people are living longer. And as people live longer, guess what? These mortality credits are going to go down. So what I'm saying is these are the highest mortality credits you and I are going to see for the rest of our lives, and 100% of my new purchases are going into deferred income annuities, so I can lock in these high mortality
You're talking
credits.
about your own
my
personal
own personal
retirement.
money.
Yeah.
I'm not putting another penny in the stock market. I don't care what the stock market does. It's retirement's all about income. And when I was still with that other company that I worked for, we hired the Financial Research Corporation of Boston. We said, we think these lifetime income annuities are a pretty good deal. Would you take a look? Tell us what you think. They came back and they said, you're wrong. They're not a pretty good deal. They're an incredible deal. Here's what they said. They said income annuities offer features others can't. High cash flow, uncorrelated to market returns, retirement alpha. Boom. See, I know what alpha was. Alpha is a measurement of outperformance. I'd never heard of retirement alpha in the form of mortality credits, which only life insurance companies can manufacture, longevity hedging, and liquidity features. Our analysis shows that no other investment vehicle, none, can rival the income annuity for retirement security. There is no other vehicle in the marketplace, none, that can convert assets into income as efficiently as an income annuity.
Now, these three quotes are from their white paper.
From their white paper
Yeah.
that you can still get on the internet. But this retirement alpha, if we got time, let me just touch on this. If you think about it, alpha is a measurement of outperformance. So you got a 75-year-old couple. Where's a 75-year-old couple going to get any alpha in today's market? Are they going to get any alpha from their CDs? No. Are they going to get any alpha from their bonds? No. Are they going to get consistent, reliable alpha from the stock market? No. What is a 75-year-old couple supposed to do? They're supposed to come to us and get the new alpha, retirement alpha, the mortality credits, the leverage of both life insurance and annuities. And that's the solution for people in this market.
For more information on the new alpha of mortality credits and how it can help you build out your business, just click on the landing page address in the video description. And for more information on our shows, seminars, and workshops, don't forget to follow us on social media or visit our website. I'm Steve Savant. We'll see you next time on the Thought Leadership Series. And remember, keep thinking outside the box.